Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be guiding you through how we can use our AuditSafe software in combination with the standard version of Microsoft Excel to achieve a 21 CFR and GMP compliant version of Excel, of your spreadsheets, of your CSVs, without having to use VBA based macros to plug directly into Microsoft Excel. Now, there are pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages to using AuditSafe in this method versus using existing methods that I think to memory all rely on having some kind of plugin, some VBA-based macro plugin to Microsoft Excel. And the biggest thing for our market, the feedback that we've had from our customers is cybersecurity. So large pharmaceutical companies don't want to turn on VBA-based macros because they have been used previously as an avenue for cyber attack. So they're very hesitant to be able to do that. And in fact, within the 21 CFR and GMP compliance legislation, EU Annex 11 as well, there is no mention of having to trace individual specific cell by cell changes, which is the advantage that those macros give you, as long as you can have an audit trail of the actual file, which is what AuditSafe does. So as a brief kind of theoretical idea of how AuditSafe works, AuditSafe takes a track of files. And with application to Excel, it tracks CSV files, who accesses them, what's happened to them, how they've changed over time, things like that. But it doesn't track individual, cell changes. So we could, for example, tell you Dave accessed this CSV on this date at this time, and we can see the state that they picked it up in and the state that they left it in, so we can infer changes from there. But we don't have the granularity to be able to say Dave changed cell A3 from A5 to A6. So that is a caveat. However, we do hash the file at different stages, so we can see how things have changed. And I'll give you a quick run through, a quick demo of what that looks like, what we can achieve with AuditSafe without having to compromise your on-site security by using VBA and enabling macros to be used. So if you've seen my other Microsoft Excel video using AuditSafe, you'll have seen this before, but I'll just run through it nice and quickly and kind of give more of an educational lesson rather than a demo of the software. But I'll use the software to kind of prove the points that I've got. So obviously the first thing we need to do is provide our user credentials. So this could be internal username or password combinations that are specific to the AuditSafe software if you want the granularity to keep things separate, or we can support Windows Active Directory LDAP integration as well. And it's worth noting as well, because this is kind of a high-level scalable solution, we can provide AuditSafe in a Docker container. So we can have it on like a virtualized network, and we can have it, sit separate in its own kind of Docker container. And that's very useful for DevOps and large IT teams in these global pharma companies that we typically work with. So I'll sign in and I will create my new project. So let's just call this YouTube Demo 4, no VBA macro. And then I'll bring in a test file. So a question I had on the phone with a customer was, do we need to start with a file or can we create our file within AuditSafe? We can't create the file directly within AuditSafe because we're dealing with the stock version of Excel, which has a benefit. It means that all of your formulas are, if you're bringing something in, none of your formulas change. They all behave exactly as they would in a non-compliant environment. There's no change there. There's no retraining on Excel or anything like that. It is exactly the same as the Excel you use in a non-compliant environment, in a compliant environment. But we are restricted because we're not working directly with Microsoft. We can only do certain things and pass certain things into the program. So we can't pass the command to do like file new, but we can pass the command through to say open a read-only copy of a document. So we do have limitations, and it's just how do we work around those with yourselves if you're interested, or what is it that you're willing to accept on site for your QC teams. But what you can do is, if you're working off templates, for example, you can create a template in just a normal version of Excel outside the compliant environment, create that template, lock down the cells that you want to allow to be changed, and then bring it into AuditSafe as the template for all of your staff to work from. And we will respect the kind of write permissions that were initially on the spreadsheet. So if you marked, there should only be 4 boxes that can be added to or taken away, we respect that. So even when it's in AuditSafe, there's still only 4 cells that can be changed. And we also support data validation rules. So, if you create a template where it will only accept numbers in certain cells, it will still only accept numbers in certain cells when it's in AuditSafe. So we do have a great amount of flexibility in terms of what we bring in and how we treat it within AuditSafe. But likewise, we don't need to do any macro integration with Excel to start building up our audit trail to say, Stephen Dodd came in, my username, I've got my, timestamp here to say that I've created this document. That's the action that I did. I checked it out. I opened it up. I added data. So this is just a blank spreadsheet. You can just add a blank spreadsheet, of course. Test 1, 20, test 2, 30, test 3, 50, something like that. You can see here, I've not got VBA turned on. I've not got any macros installed. I've not got any additional plugins or anything like that. This is just stock Excel, one of the latest versions. I'm not sure which version it is. I come along and then I save that, close it down, commit the changes that I've made. Now, I do have a box here, so I can say added test 1, 2, 3 data. And then you can see that we're now on revision 2 of the project. So the notes that I added, so added test 1, 2, 3 data, are absolutely respected in this audit trail. I can go back to a previous version. So you can see here, this is the revision that we had, the first revision. I created a project, I checked it out to do some work on it, I launched it with Microsoft Excel, and then I committed the data that I'd added to it. It doesn't say SD added the word test and the number 1 to the applicable cells. That's the granularity that we don't have. But we do have the ability to people to add it themselves if they want to kind of keep a log and build that as part of the audit trail in the notes function itself. But this isn't automatic, and this is kind of the price that we pay without having that direct integration. So the price we pay is we can't get line by line, cell by cell audit trails, but also we do completely hash the file, and this is only checkoutable in a read-only version. You can't edit this outside the system, and we can always go back to see what it looked like previously in previous revisions. So you can see it started off blank. I added my data, I added a note to say which data I added. I check it out again, I open it up again, I add some more data, or I add some colors, or do something with it, add some formula. Again, save it, commit those changes, hit color block. Now, this use of the notes feature, you can make it optional or mandatory, but obviously there is a certain amount of responsibility on the humans if you want to use the notes section like this to be able to say, to fill in the gaps, to say, oh, I added data into cells A3, A4, A5. There is a certain amount of, trust in the human operator at that point. People could get it wrong. There is an avenue for that, even if you use the settings that we've got in AuditSafe to enforce people to add notes. You can enforce them to add notes, but you can't enforce them to add correct notes, if that makes sense. So again, if I want to go back and see how something's changed over time, I know who accessed it because I've got the full audit trail. I can see, right, well, any changes that were made by user SD at this time point. Check out the read-only copy, and I can see that that's what it looked like previously. And then going into revision 3, check that out. I can see the color block added. So every time a new revision is created or changed, data is added, data is removed, and that's committed as a kind of a saved change, you know who did it. You know who did it based on the access log of the file. You can use the notes section. You can write a paper-based SOP or a digital SOP around how users should use the notes section to add context, to add information about what they added, but we don't have that automatically, and that is the price that we pay for the security of not allowing VBA or macro usage, or not requiring it, shall we say. Now, the reason we do this, the whole approach of AuditSafe is that it is file neutral. We don't care about the files that you bring into the system. We don't care about the files, their file type. We don't change the file type. So if you ever want to get your files out of the system for whatever reason, we've got a file export here. It exports the files in their original file format. So we don't make them proprietary or anything. We don't lock them down. We lock them down from access, but we don't lock them down so that you have to keep using our product or something like that, or you can't move it between devices or do anything that you want with it. Ultimately, your data remains your own, but we keep it safe and track who accesses it and things like that. So I'm going to cut it there because I think I've kind of covered the pros and cons of not using VBA-based macros and why we take the approach that we do. I hope this was informative, or at least answers a few questions, or finds people that have encountered the other solutions that are in this space for using Microsoft Excel in a compliant version, but are dissatisfied or unable to use those because they are macro-based. Quite a few kind of large-scale health providers, large-scale pharma are really trying to eradicate macros because they have been used as vectors for attack before. Cybersecurity, we make software for a lot of the pharma industry, and cybersecurity is becoming, over the past, say 5 years, much greater cause for concern than it was maybe in the previous 10 to 15 years, because of kind of state-sponsored attacks and corporate espionage and things like that. So this is a way to do it without having to require VBA-based macros, and if that's something that you're looking for, please get in contact using the links in the description below. Try out a free trial. We can jump on a call. I can kind of guide you through the process, and we can see what it is that you're looking for and see if we can make AuditSafe fulfill your needs and hopefully come to a mutually beneficial solution. All right, thanks very much for watching, guys. As ever, please reach out if you need any help. Leave some comments in the description. Leave some comments below, and I'll see you next time.